episode 2 of Road to Memphis. Before we get started, I'd like to just say we are sponsored by Big Bully Gaming out of California. You can visit them at bigbullygaming.com. Now tonight, I have a very special guest. I've brought in a rules specialist straight from the WizKids judge team. I'd like to welcome Brandon Shasteen to the channel. Welcome, Brandon.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
So, you got a couple special things planned for us tonight. I'm really looking forward to the line of fire thing because I know, for me personally, that's one of the many things in this game that I always get mixed up.
So yeah, line of fire. I mean, some of our biggest judge calls are always, line of fire for characters and stuff like that. There's been a lot of confusion over like elevation and line of fire lately. And part of it is it's very, I think, natural confusion because there's a lot of figures in the game that have improved targeting elevation, and the rule book itself doesn't technically cover improved targeting elevation and how things technically interact.
Well, especially, I would say since, Earth X, they've just been pumping out those.
Yeah, Earth X, you got Captain. So, you have Title Captain Marvel is a big one that ignores a lot of stuff, and
Chase Captain Marvel.
Kobik's Cube. So, we have major players in the meta now. So, Astronomer is a big one.
Oh, Astronomer is everywhere these days.
Kobik and her cube. But it's been a big thing since I guess a lot of things that hasn't been really big because back in the day, Nick Fury, I guess he saw through Elevator, but he saw through characters and stuff like that too. So a lot of the times, if you had improved targeting of Elevated, you also had improved targeting of characters. So some of these scenarios didn't come up.
Yeah, so there was no real, he just saw through everything. There was nothing blocking after the Elevated kind of deal.
Yeah.
So, before we get into the Elevated discussion, you just had a WKO you played in recently.
I did.
And you played the same team you have on the board tonight, correct?
I did, yeah. I played my Starro double Gardiner build.
So cool.
It did well. I was 3-0, then I went into a mirror match, another double Gardiner build against Dustin, and it was a pretty epic battle. I was literally the only person who didn't wipe the entire day, and pretty much that match was going down to whoever had the last turn when time was going to happen was going to win that match.
Huh. Just the double Gardiners taking over, eh?
Double Gardiner's strong. Being able to get free attacks and not have to have range of line of fire, it's a great way to negate teams with a lot of probability control. It's I get my own problems on my attacks, and I don't have to worry about you probbing me out of it.
Yeah, that time gem on the Gardiners really helps, eh?
And it also, having the space gem, being able to just teleport them around, then trade the space gem to another Gardiner and be able to teleport elsewhere. It helps keep your little cluster of the three guys safe from the other team. In a sense.
I'll admit I didn't realize that. I'd have that explained to me the other day. I didn't get why the trader helped trader helped the mobility of the group. But knowing that you can trade the space gem with a Gardiner to then turn a Gardiner into the taxi, so you can move up, do your attacks, move away, keep going.
Yeah. And the hard part is, a lot of the times you'll face opponents and they want to stay away from the Gardiner's range because they know what they can do. But the thing is, they move so frequently and so fast as you can't get away from them. They'll cut down your range eventually.
Yeah, that makes sense. They personally scare me a little, I'm not going to lie. Well, that might partially be because last time we played, you decimated the X-Men team I played on last stream, so...
I'm not going to lie, possibly the best HeroClix player in the world created this team. he just can't play HeroClix because he's the tournament organizer for WizKids.
Is that Chris that I always hear you talk about?
No, so Kenny created the original Double Gardner team. So at Nats, we had one person running it, and that was Brian Galley. Brian is actually he's one of our actually like one of our own like judge guys. He judged with us at Worlds this past year.
Oh.
But this year at Nats, he decided to play instead of judge. And so he played a team. Literally, Kenny Pena built the team.
That's super cool.
Kenny Pena, I mean, if he could play, I mean, he obviously can't play competitive HeroClix for reasons.
Yeah.
He's possibly the most brightest mind as far as team building and like decision making in a game that you'd ever see if he could play.
I'm not gonna lie, the era of Kenny playing was slightly before I got into competitive, but people still talk about him super highly, so I'm disappointed I've never got to see him play.
Yeah, he's that good. So I mean, he's the genius behind the Double Gardner. There was one person running Double Gardners at Nats. And I know Brian personally, good guy. If you ever see Brian Galley chime in on like rules discussions on Facebook, the dude's like 99% going to be right about everything he posts on there all the time. And a lot of people don't know who he is, but he's smart dude, really good guy. I enjoyed my time working with him at Worlds. I enjoy my discussions with him and stuff like that as well. But yeah, that's where like he started off with like you saw Double Gardner at Nats, and he was running it with Infinity.
And he plays top 32, did he not?
He was in top 8.
Oh wow! I did not realize he went that far.
He was either in top 16 or top 8. He might have lost to top 16.
Yeah, I want to say it was top 16 because
it's possible.
I have the top 8 on my phone. I just would have to go back quite a ways to find it.
He was actually one of so in Swiss, the national champion Patrick Fraser loses 2 games. Right, he loses one to Brian, and he lost one to PJ.
Yeah.
So even Patrick like lost to Double Gardner. I think when he was on Shots Fired, Patrick was saying that his favorite team that played at Nats was the Double Gardner team.
Quick side note. Since we're mentioning Patrick Fraser, our buddy Nate White is going to work some of his magic, hopefully, and we're going to get the national champion on for an episode before Worlds. So
it's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
I'm not going to lie, I thought Patrick was a Canadian.
No.
I just that accent, his accent is a very heavy accent. I'm just like, I didn't know there was a Midwest accent. I just assumed it was a Canadian accent.
I can't blame you there. People tell me I have an accent, and I don't hear it until I listen to them my own stream, and then I'm like, yep, okay, maybe it's a thing.
It's not like heavy though.
So
but, yeah,
you face Double Gardners, played by Dustin Cedars in top 8. And Dustin's a super good player, so I managed to get the better of you in top 8. But what did you face in your Swiss rounds?
No. I lost to Cedars in Swiss.
Oh.
So I faced an Avengers drop-off team to start off the day. So that was like it was double Medusa, double Aim Red, a Voyager, uncommon Iron Man, and a Tidal Wasp.
Interesting.
No ID. Oh no, he had 2 IDs. He had a Wolverine call-in and he had a Cyclops call-in. It was a different build. That one, he was kind of. I wouldn't say he's not as much like he's a good player. He's just not like an advanced player, which kind of. Sometimes if somebody's not a more advanced player, they play a little underpaced.
Oh yeah.
So it was kind of. I think we only got like 5 turns in that match or something like that. So it was kind of a slow-paced game, but it was one of those he was trying. I mean, he has to come after me, and I have enough figures on the map where it's hard to get adjacency if I choose to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
E1 map, which kind of hurt me a little, but it kind of helps me a little too because like the constellation on my map bonus on the Earth X bonus, he gets -1 to his defense against mind control, which helps Starro hit a lot more, and then helps me make him punch himself more too.
Yep.
So that's fun making you hit yourself. It's like that little kid, like, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself.
Oh, your team has so many free attacks. It's sickening.
um, my second match. Gosh, what did I play in my second match? I honestly don't even remember what I played in my second match. My third match, I played against a Lobo Daredevil team.
Ooh, that's cool. How'd that go?
I KO'd a Daredevil on like turn 3.
All those free attacks have to help you hit the sixes, right?
Well, I mean, Starro fights. I mean, I have Starro fights that are going to attack and all that stuff too. Yeah, I'm mind controlling him to try to get a 6, anyways. If I don't, whatever.
Yeah.
Put him into a train. Put him into the one of the Gardiners hindering thing. Just more and more attacks to try to get off on him. Yeah. I got Lobo down to the last click, and I probably got 8 or 9 attacks off on him and didn't roll a 7, and then time got called. But I was pretty far ahead in that match.
Yeah, see, I was wondering how that Lobo is gonna come into play. Like, there is a lot of ways around his stop click there, but I don't know. I'm a big fan of him. I wish it wasn't as easy to get around because I think he could be real competitive. You throw Trey Lane on there and rock and roll, but
I don't disagree. I think Trey Lane has his own. Well, Trey Lane's great. I mean, Trey Lane has like your same issues that Star Fox has. Like, you can call in a nice chase Cyclops just a one shot him pretty easily. But
true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. Trey Lane with that team would be pretty solid. It's just, yeah, it's. I mean, I think the biker gang is has a space in the meta right now that somebody needs to play around with and see what happens.
So
And I'm talking about the biker gang. I'm talking about Lobo, Daredevil, and Dupe with some IDs because they can all call in everything that's great.
yes, they can. I'm a huge Dupe fan. I've been playing around with the X-Men and Dupe for probably a month now.
That Dupe is awesome.
Yes. So far in my playtesting, he has proved to be crazy.
Has his bystander gone off? Has his tiger?
I actually haven't had him hit that far yet.
Really? He just doesn't die?
Well, when you stick him on a team with Cyclops and Wolverines, people are so distracted by the Cyclops and Wolverines, they're like, oh yeah, it's just Dupe. Until you run over them and hit them with a like 6 damage ram. And they're like, oh, right. His ram's essentially Blade Clock. Got it.
Yeah, that's disgusting. And it's just like, and you don't want to deal with him because that tiger's nasty. And he's freaking it takes 9 clicks to kill him, and he has double stop click.
Yeah. For 60 points. Like,
and it's not like you can knock him back and get around stop clicks because he's multi-based.
Yep. He's got a lot going for him. I'm really like, when I see people posting on Facebook and they're selling dupes, people aren't buying them up, and it blows my mind.
Yeah, it's that was of the stuff at Nats that we had left that we packed up. We had boxes of dupes left,
which confuses me because like if there was 2 meta figures in the Nats stuff, I would say it's obviously Phoenix Force Magneto for the call-in and Dupe.
Yeah, I think Dupe was real. I mean, Dupe and there's one under. I mean, we're out of Mammoth, so we're out of the Mammoth Ghost Riders. We're out of Magneto. We ran out of Batmobiles. We're out of. Oh, there's one other one. I probably got it somewhere. I don't feel like getting up to look for
Probably Lobo, were you not?
I don't think we sold out of Lobos, but I think we only had like a box left of Lobos. But we had like 3 or 4 boxes of dupes left that we packed up, I believe.
So you faced Avengers Drop Off. You faced the Biker Gang.
And then I faced Cedars in round 4.
Yeah, and we talked about that. Was it 3 rounds of Swiss?
It was 4 rounds of Swiss. I don't remember who I faced in the second round.
That's fair. And then in top 8, you faced a Vulture team
Oh
similar to
wait,
what.
I know who I faced in the second round. I faced a Beta Ray Bill team. It was like Beta Ray Bill, Trader, and Astronomer.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in the meta in a long time.
I think he has a place in the meta. Think of how range heavy the meta is right now. And then Samcap's gone.
Yep.
So I mean, he has a spot because he's. I mean, if you come in close, they're gonna hit. They're gonna. I mean, they'll hit you. They can hit you pretty hard. He's. I don't know. I think he. It was actually a solid team. There was a. It was themed. It was So it was a cosmic Beta Ray build team. It had Trader and Astronomer and Groot and something else on it. I don't know. He lost map though because I had one map and I brought him indoors, which kind of helps me. I mean, against Astronomer, I have to go indoors. I can't sit there and just willingly give you the outdoors. Now, granted, I mean, if I lose map and you bring me outdoors, I have to deal with it. But um, yeah, that team, I had some nice, clever moves. Like I used Wonder Woman to bring a Starfight all the way up, and then I mind controlled his I mind controlled his Walking Woods to kill his Groot and hit his team. Though, dude, my attacks are missing that game though. It was pretty wild. It wasn't until he came in the boxing ring, and I think he was planning on trying to kill Starro on the next turn. So he was like trying to line it up and trying to just boost up his defense as much as possible. And I think he expected me to mind control him, and instead I popped out 3 Starfights, got me 3 misses real quick, brought in a Superman, perplex up Superman's damage, got my probs and ready to go, and went and charged with the freaking heavy object and hit his trader for 6 and knocked him into a wall.
Oh damn. Yep, that's a good way to end Trader's Day right there.
It's like, well, I mean, it's a great way to use Superman too. But that's sometimes the beauty of the team. Like you come up there, it's like, oh, Starro can't do a lot of damage, and his guys can't just pop something out for free, so I feel safe. It's like, no, I got 3 Starfights right here that are gonna get me something really good. But yeah, that was actually a tough game. I think Avengers Drop Off, kind of a slow game. The Beta Ray Bill is kind of actually a hard counter for my team. It's a little tougher. And then I had to face the Biker Gang, so that's like Undying kind of.
Yep.
And then I had to face Cedar, so I was kind of like low points, but I was winning.
Which all that matters.
Which gave me the 3rd seed going in. I mean, I wish I had more points and could have got 2nd seed going in. But then I faced Vulture, and I kind of just I don't know. I mean, I would say I obviously misplayed. He played it very well. He would just kind of inch up his Walking Woods and kind of keep them all out of my double Gardner range. I just didn't know. I didn't practice it well enough, and I didn't know exactly what I was going to do when he got close. And he was just inching closer and closer and closer to where I was pretty much going to die. I couldn't do anything about it, and it was just he was going to be crit hit or crit miss to miss, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It was a similar team to the one I'm playing tonight, correct?
Yes. So we're gonna see if I can right my wrongs.
Yeah, except for your top 8 match, Thanos was being played at 110, and I'm playing him at 160 tonight.
So 110 versus the 160 version, but he had Everett K. Ross, so he had a guaranteed perplex.
True.
Where Screets is not always guaranteed for your perplex.
Yeah, I'm risking it for the biscuit tonight. Speaking of this team, actually, my fellow Canadian Emily's watching, and she's actually. I got to give her credit. Her and I came up with this team together one night. We were doing some theory crafting after practice. So, I got to give credit to Emily. This we came up with this together. She play tested it a bit and found a few issues with it. Because I didn't have the cojones to run it, but I'm running it tonight because I want to see how it goes. So that being said, you have some line of fire stuff to go over with us.
So yeah, let's go. So we're gonna go into. So Nate was on last week,
Yep.
and it was kind of interesting. He was commenting. We're gonna bring up this map while we do it. And he was commenting on like a line of fire thing. And he's like, I think it follows along like the edge of the line of fire. I think those were kind of his words.
Yep.
Like the line of fire hugs whatever terrain it's on, which isn't necessarily wrong. Probably not the words I would use. The line of fire has it's kind of confusing and rightfully so. So I'm gonna let me get this stuff set up real quick. So I got it.
Okay. All you, bud. I will let you take it away, and let me know if you need anything.
Okay. So let's get this map set up. I don't know. I put it to back on the map layer. Whoa. If you want, you can get that map up to the front, though. I put it on the map layer, but I put it to back for some reason. But actually, I can do that real quick. There we go. I'm opening things inadvertently. Okay. So I'm going to start off with kind of like, we're just going to go over the rules of line of fire. And this is where like some of the confusion comes in. So one of the things we have for elevated and line of fire is we have rules of the rim. Rules of the rim obviously says square with red boundary, running through it with lower elevation next to it is called the rim. So a good example of that is, I'm going to put Gardiner. Gardeners have range. Why not? I'll put a Gardiner right here. My red Gardiner, and he's looking down to his buddy, the blue Gardiner. This is something that we would consider the rim. He's on elevation 2, shooting down to elevation 1. And basically what it's saying is a line of fire it's only blocked by blocking terrain. So if there's a piece of barrier right here, so let me grab my barrier. All right, so you have a piece of barrier right there. That line of fire is going to be blocked. If there's elevated terrain anywhere, so if red Gardiner's on elevation 3 on the rim up here, shooting down to the blue Gardiner, the elevation 2 is going to block it. Or a giant or colossal character. So if I have Starro in the way right here, it's going to block it. And then you have this little black thing. It says, notably, a line of fire between characters and squares on different elevation is not blocked by normal size or tiny characters. So if I had Trader here, and we're back down here on elevation 1, Trader will not block line of fire to Gardiner. So those are kind of some of our basics to this is what we have for people on different elevations and how line of fire work. Now what happens is the rulebook doesn't take into account when you have a character that is, say, Astronomer, who ignores elevator for line of fire. And if Astronomer is up here, how will this line of fire, so if he's, obviously he ignores elevated, and he's shooting down the blue Gardiner, will it block line of fire? I mean, technically he's not on the rim. There's nothing in the rulebook that tells us yes or no. And so what it comes down to is like either like does a guy with improved targeting elevated, is he always considered to be on the rim, or is the rim special in its own way? So, and then what happened is a few months back, we got some win rulings, and they were what we would consider intention-based rulings, I believe. So I'm going to pull some of these up. Let me delete the rim. So here's one of them. We have a scenario here where it's basically, this is similar to, so the Gardiners here, elevation 1 with elevation 2 with elevation 2 in between. We have Trader in front of this Gardiner, and they're asking, is line of fire blocked? I thought this one had the answer. And then the answer they give is that this line of fire is not blocked. So then it kind of like leads you to believe that, okay, so then it's almost as if astronomer has rule of the rim even though he's not on the rim. But then we get to, this is not the one I want to put up. Losing all sorts of things here. Okay. Well, then we hit a ruling. Here we go. Here's the one right here. So we hit a ruling like the second one right here, to where if, say, Trader's here, and we have our Traders up here, astronomers right there, and we have the blue Gardiner right there, would Trader block line of fire right here? And so what happens is, the first ruling is like, well, it's almost like you're on the rim. So if we're doing rule of the rim, then Trader shouldn't block line of fire because the black box says that characters the same size or smaller won't block line of fire. But then what they ruled is like, this does block line of fire. So it kind of like made it as if, I think I coined it yesterday when we were talking, I like to call it the rule of I'm on higher elevation than you. So the rule of the higher ground. I have the higher ground. So what happens is like basically because of this ruling, and we can see it with a few others, that what happens is if astronomer's way over here who has a monster range, and you have Trader on elevation 3 and he's shooting to a Gardiner on elevation 1 through this line of fire, it's going to be blocked because Trader is on a higher elevation. Same way if Trader is on elevation 2, it's still, Trader's still going to block this line of fire to Gardiner. And part of it is because Trader's on a higher ground. So Trader has the higher ground on Astronomer, and he can't block that line of fire. So, and it's hard to think like I should be shooting under them, shooting over them, and we can't think of line of fire as a three-dimensional aspect.
So basically, if there's a figure in the way that is on higher ground, it's blocked. Period.
Yeah. No, you could draw. You have to draw it to that. You have to draw it to the figure on the higher ground.
That makes sense.
Part of where we get this ruling is. So let me pull up one. You don't even need all these. We have a good one right here. So I'm gonna post this one. You see on here, they're talking about. This is another one where, like, if a character was on, so basically, if astronomer's on elevation 1, and there's a piece of blocking on, like, either elevation 2 or elevation 3, like this ruling up here is saying yes, line of fire is blocked for that. So this is kind of where, this is where we get the, if blocking is elevating on the high, if blocking is blocking the line of fire to Gardiner right here, if that's the case, then there's another ruling in there. If that blocking right there is hindering instead, so we move that blocking. If I move this blocking and I have hindering up here instead, There's a ruling on there saying that this line of fire is hindered. And for some reason they didn't. We could probably get an answer on the win just to have it definitive. But if those are both, if it's blocked and it's hindered, therefore this character has to block it. I mean, there's no other way around it. I think they even had a ruling today. They're doing multiple. They had a ruling that came out, I think, right on the weekends, that like if Astronomer's here, Trader's here, and we're going to Gardiner, that Trader doesn't block the line of fire because Astronomer right now has the higher ground on both of them. So it's kind of like if you take the rules for the win and just change it to like the rule of the higher ground, like this is how things are treated if I'm higher than the characters in front of me. It's kind of how it should be, or how it would be ruled. I don't know if all that makes sense or not. Does that clear anything up for you at all?
I think you described it perfectly. Basically, anything on higher ground will block the line of fire for anything that's on a lower elevation, even if it sees through elevations.
Correct. Yeah.
Basically, you need a clear line of fire with nothing on a higher elevation blocking.
Or you have to see through characters for line of fire.
Which I don't think we have many of those pieces right now.
No. But we also have, like, there's other things like, I'm going to put Astronomer and Gardiner both on elevation 2. These have been the ones that people ask a lot of questions on, we get a lot of now. And Staros here on elevation 1. Astronomer can see Gardiner just fine because he has the higher ground. Or same way, if there's blocking here, Astronomer can see just fine over that blocking because they're both on elevation 2. Because in the rulebook it does say anything that's on a lower elevation than the person shooting and the target, nothing blocks that line of fire. So nothing below will block a line of fire if both the target and the other person are above it.
Gotcha. See, I knew about the blocking. I was never sure about the colossals.
Mm-hmm.
But that makes sense. So as long as you and the target are on higher elevation, nothing blocks it, more or less. Outdoors, right? Indoors, that changes?
I'm telling you, man, it's all about the higher ground, Annie. I've got the higher ground. Just give up, right?
You had to get that reference in there, didn't you?
I have to.
I can respect that. Now, are there any other elevation nuances you wanted to go over?
There's weird slight elevation nuances. So let me get rid of Astronomer because we need to get people that don't ignore elevation, like Gardiner. I think this actually came up in your match that when you're playing against Nate last time. I don't know if you realized it. Like Nate had a character down here, and you wanted to shoot from this square down there.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't realize this. Like this line of fire down this diagonal is blocked.
Yeah.
It's blocked 2 squares of elevation.
I thought it was clear.
Yeah, so both those elevations, you see your left and right of him, both block that line of fire. You'd have to actually, and it's actually kind of funny. Like people don't realize, like say if I'm here, and I have a square blocking terrain right there, there's not a line of fire on this lower elevation that can reach Gardiner at the moment. No matter, I could be on this direct diagonal right there. The blocking terrain and that elevation terrain block that line of fire.
Yep, I never realized that either, to be honest.
So those are just some little tricky ones. Honestly, what's funny is the most tricky ruling thing. This happened a lot at Worlds. It doesn't happen as much anymore. I'm gonna throw a couple characters up here. And let's say I have a walking wood right here. If So if Gardiner and Trader here are opposing to the Walking Wood, and he rolls Breakaway, if he moves from this square to this square, some people believe that you can't do that, and I don't understand. Like, there's nothing stopping that movement.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that try to do like choke points and believe that you can't move through choke points like that. That's incorrect, because those two squares are just as adjacent to each other as they normally are. Or even if I had like a Gardiner, say he knocked back a Walking Wood, it would just knock back through that path just fine. And then people were like, well, isn't it like a least resistant path? And you have two characters, and he doesn't ignore characters. I'm like, well, I mean, path of least resistance, that comes up a lot with, say, if I have blocking terrain here, and I have a Gardiner right here, and I want to sidestep, I have to stop right there because I can't go through the blocking terrain, and the hindering terrain is actually kind of hindering my movement and making me stop because I don't ignore hindering for movement. So people will try to use kind of that reasoning to reason that characters can't move through each other like that, because if I do have, so say I had two blocking terrains, put it like that, Gardiner obviously can't sidestep between those two blocking terrains, right?
Yes.
Because it's you have path of least resistance is a rule, and it'll kind of enforce itself right there. But the thing is, path of least resistance, and people want to use that reasoning right there to say that, well, a character can't move through two opposing characters like this or right here. And the thing is, path of least resistance is only for terrain, and they try to use that for characters, but it's only describing terrain whatsoever. And that's why you can move through that just fine, because those squares are just as adjacent to each other. You just have to break away.
Yep. That's, I'm not going to lie, I've seen that come into play before.
It's at Worlds, it was literally the most asked question.
It makes sense. Like, if you're trying to apply common sense to the situation, right?
Yeah, it came up a whole lot less at Nats, thankfully. So that was kind of nice.
You know what? I think all that stuff you just went over is super helpful. Emily is watching right now, and she actually said you did a fantastic job describing everything.
Thank you, Emily.
Is there anything else you want to go over, or are you ready to kick my butt?
Murray. Vulture is the one thing I would not want to face.
Well, considering how bad you massacred my X-Men the other night, I had to improvise.
Oh, let's play. When's your WK? Next weekend?
Yes, it's this coming Saturday.
It's exciting.
I'm pretty pumped.
Vulture will do well. I mean, there's matchups, but I'm not sure. Kobik's probably his toughest matchup.
Yeah. One of my teammates is playing Kobik Collector.
That's even a tougher matchup. At that, you don't get the multiple shots.
Yeah. I'm not going to be playing Vulture, 90% sure, unless I make a hard change last minute. It's just not my style. I'm leaning towards X-Men currently, but my other teammate is running a Kang Avengers team with the...
Yes. I love Kang.
He's running it with the Black Panther Spider-Man.
Kang is dirty, so like you don't realize, but like turn 2, Kang can reach the back of the map.
Yes. He puts specs on Kang too.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Gives him triple target energy explode. He can blink around and do pulse wave.
I don't like specs that much. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, maybe I just don't see it. I don't know.
I'm usually not a specs fan either, but when Spider-Man...
If I were to give... Yeah.
You first, sorry?
I would say if I were to give him anything, I would give him like the Infinity Gauntlet for the protected outwit.
That's fair. I like the penetrating energy explode ring on him.
That's fair. That'd be quite interesting too, because he doesn't have a ton of damage. Right? He's printed 3 all the way.
Yep.
Or is he at 4?
I think he's a 3.
So I mean, if he's printed 3 all the way down. So I mean, penetrating 2 damage on everything, you're not missing out on anything.
My buddy and I split the games the other day, 1-1, and the game he beat me, I left my guys clumped up, so he leap climbed with Spider-Man with the tank adjacent to him, landed next to me, flurried me on the second attack, dropped the tank, positioned my guys for a Kang triple target energy explode.
That's amazing.
It was horrific.
That's amazing. I wonder if there's a good second ring to put on, because you could put 2 rings.
I would honestly probably say the one that sees through stealth.
Which one sees through stealth?
I can't tell you off the top of my head, but I know there is one.
Even Nightbringer, even giving him stealth would be good. Like Nightbringer would be pretty dope.
Yep, he actually uses the specs to take stealth first turn, so I can't snipe him.
So Nightbringer wouldn't be terrible either.
No, definitely not.
Pops free smoke and takes. I mean, he just gives him stealth, and it's indestructible. And 2 rings is cheaper than Exospecs. It's just totally. A turn slower.
Yeah, it's just a little cumbersome because you want to start throwing down and putting out your tokens, right?
Yeah, that's daimonic.
I'm a big fan of Kang. I think him and Starro actually have potential together on a ruler team. You ready to roll up map?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, we're going to train yard.
No, we're not going to the train yard. You wish you were going to the train yard.
I was trying to Jedi mind trick you into the train yard. I don't want to play the prison map.
It's like, come on, dude, you're playing Vulture. I can't let you just bring me to the train yard. That's a terrible idea.
I know. I was trying to get in your head, and maybe you brought me to the train yard for fun, you know. Prison tier.
It'd be different if I wasn't forced. I'm guessing you want the open side, right?
Yeah.
It'd be different if Starro, like if it was a choice to make Starro fights when I hit, then I'd probably just go to the train yard and not care. Because it's not like you can't. I wouldn't be giving you fuel per se. It'd be harder than you think just to get a million attacks off, and eventually it's gonna kind of dwindle down. All right. Let's see if I can right some wrongs from the other day.
We're both trying to right wrongs here after what you did to my X-Men.
Fair enough.
Acting like the victim here.
I feel like a victim right now.
This is just me getting even. Don't take it personally.
Oh my god.
I can't say I have a ton of experience on this map. You can TK through window terrain, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Just not the doors.
Gonna be interesting. Do you fill your starting area? No, you don't.
No, you're gonna give me. Yeah, no, you'll give me a Dr. Leslie. That's fine.
Yeah, you're getting Leslie for sure.
I actually need your Leslie.
Well, now I don't want to give you a Leslie.
You don't have to. I mean, I can do without it? Question mark.
That's confidence right there.
I'm gonna give you a Leslie also, though.
So I would just like to preference this with the fact that I've never played this team before, so we're going in green.
It's fair.
I also have some trauma from last time we played, so.
So you're going for the jugular right now.
Well, I at least wanted half decent showing because had I brought the X-Men and had a similar showing to the other night, it would have been embarrassing, and that's not the way I want the stream to go.
Fair.
Everyone knows you're a good player. I just need to save some face here.
You're gonna think I'm crazy that I actually created freaking Walking Woods against your team.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what is he doing? Okay, so we got that. You shouldn't have put your objects yet, but that's okay.
Oh, my bad.
I think we go.
You do your thing, and then maybe I'll readjust.
There we go.
No, I think I'm gonna. Maybe I'll go. I'll move one just to, be sly about it. I am ready when you are, sir. What do you want for a timer? 45 good enough?
That's fine.
Do you need more time with all your goddamn actions?
No, we're good. That's fine.
Okay. Are you good to go?
Yes. Question. Oh, I need objects. Jeez, that's what I need.
Okay. I could rock one object, but I don't feel like having it thrown at me, so.
It's okay. I don't know where to put it, so we're
You
just
know
gonna
what?
put stuff.
I'm gonna copy your light object, and I'm gonna put one here for one of my walking woods.
I'll put one up there. Fine. Okay. Now I'm ready. You ready?
I wouldn't use the term ready to describe it, but yeah, we can play.
Sweet. I'm gonna sidestep wood here. I'm gonna sidestep up a Starro. Actually, hold on. Before I do all that, I have to place my terrain markers. Jeez. Already messing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're walking woods on that side, so let's put stuff over here.
Jesse Cote is watching, and he just said he wants to traumatize Josh, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna take that.
We'll put those over there. So those are. So I do have time gem, and then I have space gem on trader. Right now we'll take sidestep. We're gonna take a power action with Starro. We're gonna create 3 Starro fights.
I bet you Emily's just shaking her head right now, like, why is he making all this vulture fuel?
I have to fill a room. That's what I have to do.
Oh, I know why you're doing it. You explained it to me.
We'll sidestep carry.
I thought we were friends, Jesse. But for the record, you'll have your chance to traumatize me on stream in a couple weeks, so just plan accordingly.
We will perplex up the blue guy's defense.
Okay.
He'll select that. Oh, Wonder Woman. She's moving over here. I'm moving through the doors. Therefore, so it's really weird. Doors are clear for movement, so therefore she doesn't destroy them.
Interesting.
Oddly enough, yeah. You're like, that's interesting. And that's my first turn right there.
Okay.
So involve me now. Let's get.
So doors block line of fire, right?
Yeah. Their doors are walls. They're walls for everything except for movement. Just like in glass right there, the windows are walls for everything except for line of fire.
I was trying to see if there's a way I can vulture you, but it's not happening this turn. So my walking wood's gonna go 1, 2. Oh, so here's a question for you. If I put walk my walking wood to here, can they pick up that object because it's on the other side of the door?
No, you're not adjacent to it.
Son of a. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, picking up the soul gem.
Yep.
I'm gonna sidestep it back here, dropping the soul gem here.
Sure.
Thanos is gonna step up and pick up the soul gem.
Yep.
Oz is going to TK the Ock Arms to Vulture. And Vulture is gonna pick up his arms. Vulture is going to sidestep. And he gets a second sidestep. So he'll sidestep up to there.
Sure.
This walking wood's gonna sidestep picking up that light object. I think he'll sidestep to here. I think Thanos will make a Screet.
Sure.
And Screet is going to try and perplex out Vulture's defense by 2. And his defense is up by 2.
Sure.
With that, I believe it's your go, sir.
All right, let's roll leadership. Hey, I'll take an action token off here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll put that there. Blue's feeling lucky, that's why.
Oh boy.
A lot of this doesn't really matter that much.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah. I mean, not really. I mean, you have Vulture. It's not that many mistakes. We will perplex up the blue guy's attack, and we're gonna take a shot on Vulture. So 12 on a
20?
We got like 19, 20. I need an 8.
I should have used Thanos' perplex too.
There's an 8.
You got your 8, sir. Goddamn. So that's for 2? After
That's
toughness?
Yeah.
Well, crap.
I mean, that's like best case scenario for me right now.
Yeah. Had I remembered my extra perplex, that would have...
We're going to sidestep Starro. He's going to make some star fights.
That actually might be game, bud. Nice and early. Well, I don't have charge anymore.
You have a freaking 60-point Thanos.
No, you're right. You're right.
That is
in that
not
regard.
me. Bro. Sidestep. Sidestep. Sidestep.
I knew I should have packed the Wolverine ID for the heal.
Sidestep. Sidestep.
I can feel Emily just shaking her head right now.
I don't need your Leslie. Okay. I'm gonna give your Leslie an action token because I need to. I am going to give all of these guys an action token just in case. They're just taking like zero thing move actions.
To everyone watching, this is why you always practice so you don't forget stuff like your extra perplex.
True.
I don't want to look at the comment section because I can just feel the scorn from her.
That's kind of a bonus. We're gonna kind of sidestep trader and place that guy there. And then we're gonna let's check what. I don't know why did I give him an action token? That was free.
I don't know. I was okay with it.
I'm sure you were. Let's give these Walking Woods each an action token just in case. Because I can. And I'll clear Wonder Woman. And we'll pass turn to you.
Okay. Vulture is going to sidestep. Oh boy, I hear a very angry baby right now. That's not good.
Are you is Vulture on just regular sidestep now?
Yep.
I mean, that was like that was a tough hit. I'm like, I got to roll an 8. I guess you could have made it and made me roll a 9. Yeah, you could have made me roll a 9. You could have gotten to the 21, maybe roll a 9. Let's see if I would have rolled a 9. No.
Don't do that.
No, okay. See, I would have missed the 9.
Yeah.
Would have been the end of the world, but okay.
So Vulture's gonna sidestep to
Trader
there.
Cleared.
I'm actually going to push Vulture to call in Cyclops.
Okay. Okay. Which one do you want to shoot?
The blue one, because he's the one that attacked.
Are you putting perplexes in this or no?
No. Just
because it's gonna be 11 on 20.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot. Actually, no, I'll shoot at red because even then I get the retaliate line. As long as one of those walls is broken. Yeah, I'll shoot at red.
Okay. It's still 11 on 20.
I missed by
That
one.
misses.
But that
Do you
wall
want to prob it or no? Or would you rather take your prob for your retail?
I'm probably going to save it for the retail. Does he prob through blocking?
Oz does.
Yeah, I'm going to save it for the retail.
Okay, this wall is just destroyed.
I'm going to sidestep off.
Yeah, go for it.
Cyclops, because I don't want that happening.
It's fair.
Screed is going to attempt to double perplex up Groot's. So what is Blue Trader's defense right now? 18?
This Gardner, blue Gardner, it's
Oh,
printed
yeah.
18.
Yeah. What did I call him?
Trader.
Whoops. It's 19, you said?
It's 18.
Okay. I'm going to use Screech's Perplex on Groot's defense.
You'll attempt to? On Groot's defense. Okay.
So, yep. Defense up by 2.
Sure.
Just have a little faith here. Don't act like I'm crazy.
You're all good.
Thanos is gonna +1 Groot's attack.
Sure.
Groot is going to retail from here.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm glad you're sure. I'm not.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll retail from there on blue. Got it.
We'll prob it with blue trader or blue. See, I did it too. Blue Gardner.
Got it.
And then we might as well prob it with red Gardner because I'm not going to have another prob on it.
Got it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine. He'll take 1.
I'm gonna drop the walking wood there.
Yeah.
The walking wood is going to flurry trader.
Okay, so you need a 7.
Miss. Second attack.
Trader again.
Yep.
You want to knock me back or no?
Yes.
I'll take 1. And get knocked back a score.
Walking wood sidestep. Walking wood sidestep. Thanos sidestep. Do I want to? What do I want to do with the big guy? He's the question mark, because I feel like I gotta be aggressive with him. Vulture took a pushing damage, by the way. Not sure if I had previously mentioned that. So he is on click 3? No, 4. Click 4. Thanos is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nine to there.
Oh, you're just gonna come at me? Okay.
I'm not 100% on that. Give me 1 sec. What are you laughing at?
I don't know. It's just an odd play. I'm like, I don't know why you want to put him right in my face. You know I'm leaving this room, right?
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
I mean,
I guess you can just pick up your gems and run away. We'll go for the starfish, I guess. I was trying to avoid it because he's my homie. This is tough.
well, if I can kill Vulture here, this will let me. It'll open up a whole lot of things for me.
I'm gonna move Thanos to there. And he'll pick up the light object just because he can. And he'll sidestep. So that's 2 actions, 3 actions. That's 4 actions.
Sweet. Control leadership of the group. No leader. Do I want to move that piece of freaking... That could be interesting. Gives me more attacks. I am going to move this. Ooh. Does Thanos have prob on his top click?
Good question. Give me 1 sec. Does Thanos have prob on his top click?
Wrong Thanos. On his top click.
I was going to say.
No, he says perplex. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna move that, and then I'm gonna roll.
I always forget that thing can move.
It does not KO, so it goes to click 4. Now I can't move it anymore because that's a really high chance to KO.
I think that's something people forget about that thing, is it can move.
The question is... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I actually want to move it here. That'd have been a better square.
Okay.
Well, opens up line of fire for... I mean, just in case. Oh, not there. Probably here's fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. We're obviously... So the red one's still top health, so he's going to be the one to put one under here.
Okay.
We are going to put... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we're going to put a blue one under Groot over here just in case things go for the worse. We'll sidestep. The trader's going to perplex down Groot's defense.
Okay.
So to bring him down to a 19.
Yep.
We are going to try to mind control Thanos and that walking wood right there.
Oh boy.
Hold on, wait. Before...
So Thanos is a 19. Should be a 20 because of the ego gem, but I forgot to announce it.
It's probably not going to hit, but that's okay. Hits.
Yep.
Hits them both.
Good.
Did you roll your change or no?
On who?
Your walking wood.
Yeah, I missed it.
Okay.
There's so many pluses on this, like perplexes and stat boosts on this team. It's giving me a headache.
I'm sure.
Because again, if I remember the ego gem, you don't hit Thanos there.
Fair enough.
So that's 2 stat boosts I've forgotten that would have saved me from attacks.
What's Thanos' movement?
It's 10.
2, 3, 4, 5. That's not as worth it. I'd like Thanos to hit Groot. So I can go back here. 5.
Okay.
And he'll take a shot at Groot.
Okay.
Was he 12 on a 19?
Yes, sir.
That's not bad.
No.
That hits.
Of course it does. Have you missed an attack yet?
I would have if he had done a third perplex into the defense on Vulture over there.
Yeah, thanks for that.
That's range.
You also would have missed Thanos if I remembered to say the ego gem.
You got 2 squares to move. Oh, that's fine. We'll move here.
Okay.
10 on whatever over there.
Okay.
No. I'm not gonna prob that though.
Okay.
Actually, I will. I'm gonna prob that with the red guy. That makes no sense not to prob it.
Okay.
That misses, right?
Yeah. Yes, because of the gem.
Yeah. Sweet. Let me get start a second action token. Oh, so that's 1 Groot down. I love it. Can I come over and actually smoke cloud? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, can't put it there, so that's fine. We will sidestep back. Trader is going to trade with the red guy. I got plenty of actions this turn, so Trader's going to try to punch the Walking Wood because why not?
Okay.
Wait, let me make sure it's worth it. I think I have more than 1 damage. No, I only have 1 damage, so it's not even worth it.
Okay. Ignore my shape change then.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I thought about it. It's not worth it. He only has 1 printed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So I'm not sure if this is going better or worse than it did for the X-Men currently.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go 6, carrying these guys.
Does he not have to break away?
I'm phasing.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they got phasing teleport. The red guy's gonna try to make a free attack on your Vulture over there.
Okay.
What's Vulture got now?
We're looking at a.
He has combat reflex.
17 combat reflexes. Yeah.
So 11 on a 19. I mean, it could hit. And then 8. I'll prob that with Trader. And I'll prob that with the blue guy. I need to calculate my misses. I have just 1 miss, right? The Walking Wood?
Yeah.
I should have. Yeah, I guess I should have punched Thanos and gone for a miss. That's okay. That was my 3rd miss. I could have brought in a Troubler. So there you go. You live.
Miraculously.
Miraculously, you live. I think I start bringing Walking Woods out. I feel like those are all safe. I'm gonna push all these Starfights to death. So I feel like I want them across the map now. And we can push your guy. Yeah, he's not gonna get anywhere of any relevance. I'll push him to death because reasons. I'm gonna clear these walking woods. And we shall pass turn to you, sir. Are you talking or are you just moving stuff? Okay.
No, I was definitely talking. I muted myself for a minute. My pain
all
in the
good.
butt cat wanted out. Vulture sidesteps up there. I sidestep up those two walking woods. This walking wood sidesteps over. Thanos sidesteps over. I'm going to boost up Thanos' defense with the Ego Gem. Before I forget that again. Screet is going to perplex up. What is Screet going to do? Oz can TK Screet up to there, correct? He sees it? Or he sees through people.
Well, hold on. Where do you want to see? Where do you want TK Screet?
There.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was just confirming.
I mean, as long as Oz can see that square.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both fine.
Okay, gonna TK Screet up to there.
Okay.
Screet is going to perplex. Vulture's defense. He will not. She will not. Unfortunately.
So you say there's a chance.
Why you gotta be that guy? Oh, I had to take it to that place, eh?
Do what I gotta do, man.
I'm gonna move Leslie up. I'm gonna move that walking wood up. Move this one too far. I'll clear this walking wood. Clear Thanos. Thanos is gonna perplex his own defense up by one. Clear Vulture. One, two. Yep, your go, sir.
Sweet. Where do I want to put stuff? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put a blue underneath this walking wood. Put a red one underneath Thanos. I guess I can do that. I'm going to sidestep and kind of shuffle around these guys.
Okay.
I guess that wouldn't make sense either. That's fine though. We'll perplex down Thanos' defense.
Okay. So he's a 20.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't damage no matter what. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carry the bunch of guys over here. Sidestep. Sidestep.
I despise this map on like a deep level.
On a deep level right now. I mean, damn. So I mean, I guess we'll try to free attack Thanos with the red guy.
Okay.
11 on a 20. You said.
Yep.
Who perplexed him up?
He gets 1 from the ego gem, 1 from the soul gem.
And he's printed 19, right?
18.
Oh, so I perplexed him down to a 19.
Yeah, but he perplexed himself up.
He can't perplex himself up.
Well, then ignore that. He's a 19.
Do you want him to perplex up your Walking Wood instead?
Sure.
Yeah. He can only do other characters, so it's like... Alright, so 11 on a 19. Let's see what happens. No, we'll prod that with Trader. And we'll prod that with the Blue Gardiner. Hey! You'll take 1.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Did I
now
just give
I'm
you
at
hyper-
20.
No, not yet.
Or now I'm at 21, sorry. So
I gotta make
down
sure
to 20.
I don't give you just hypersonic all day. The blue guy. Anybody else under blues? No, just that Walking Wood. We'll try to target that Walking Wood with the blue. You got shape change.
Yep.
Before I do that, I'm actually going to trade gems with the red guy, though.
Okay. I missed my shape change.
Okay, so this is... Where are you at? I have a 10, so a 10 on a 18.
Yep.
Yeah, 8. That hits.
I mean, of course, why wouldn't it hit? Damn you and your hot rolls, BZ.
I got a million probs for it, so it's kind of a thing.
True.
Oh,
Not that you needed them for the first couple.
At least you can't just get to them. And I think that is, as they call it, that.
Okay. So you clear Starro?
Yeah, I'm clearing Starro. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't sit there and try to create Walking Woods with your Vulture still alive. I can't create Starro fights. Just I can't just be like, here's a Starro fight right adjacent to you.
Makes sense.
Thought about it.
Screet's gonna attempt to perplex up Thanos' defense.
Sure.
She does. Okay, what to do? Like, I'd be great against your build if we were in an open map and you weren't hiding behind those damn doors.
Fair.
I'm calm, I swear. I'm not as bitter as I sound. Okay, that's not true. I'm slightly bitter. I'm going to move Thanos to here.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Uh,
She's a nothing to you. I'm just gonna open up all those lines. I'm just gonna blow up all these walls.
that is fine.
Actually, no, I can't blow up that door with her, so that's a problem. It's kind of weird.
Vulture is going to sidestep down.
I don't have I don't have mystics. Is that Emily?
Is it Tisme?
Yeah. She said BZ's mystics. Question mark.
Oh. No, she
Thanos.
meant Thanos has mystics. Yep.
Yeah, for the red guy.
Yep.
Well, that's fine. That's a problem. Okay.
Way to have my back, Emily. It's the problem with not practicing a team before you play it. This is why you should always practice before you go to a big event.
Oh, I could have retaliated on Thanos. That's okay.
Well, obviously that was my plan. I haven't really done anything. Do you want to go back and do it?
No, it's fine.
I would prefer you retaliated on Thanos.
It's no big deal.
Damn it. That actually probably would have helped me. Yeah. So I'm going to say I'm going to sidestep up to Walking Woods. And then I'm going to say it's your go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you retaliating actually would have been a better situation for me.
Maybe. I mean,
actually, I definitely would have. It's BZ's car.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You were
Sweet
correct,
ride,
Emily.
right?
That's why I didn't bother saying it. I figured you had me on that one. What are you doing, big guy?
I mean, had it all happened in time, I would have retaliated. But I'm like, it's. I don't want to go back. I wouldn't have moved because I had to go all the way back to where I moved. Well, I moved then attacked.
You wouldn't have had to go back at all. You could have just retaliated at the end of your turn.
That's okay. I'm good.
Yeah, well, to be honest, you retaliating probably benefits me. Because I kill your retaliator, I'm only up 23 points. Yeah, you're only up 23 points. I close the gap a little bit, then I go after your other one.
Fair enough. The red guy's going to attempt to free punch that walking wood down there.
Okay. Nope.
So 10 on
16.
10 on 16. Why not? There we go. That's a little different than expected. We're going to trade Space Gem over to the blue guy.
Okay. Your team eats up a lot of clock. It's pretty nasty for eating up clock.
I don't doubt it. I wish I had a retaliator right now. Not the blue, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Because I think we're only on turn 3.
No, count my red and blue markers. So we're at least on turn 4. We're at least on turn 5 right now.
Fair enough. Your turn 5, yeah. It just feels so slow compared to a normal game.
That I feel you. 1, 2, 3.
I can only imagine how slow yours and Dustin's game must have went.
Yeah. Oh, those doors are closed too. Okay, we're gonna smoke cloud.
Okay.
Maybe I can kill the Screets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't get that far. I'm not going to smoke club.
Okay.
I guess I could perplex in my range, but then that's like a 19. It's halfway just not worth it. Perplex with the blue guy's defense.
Okay. Yeah, you got me. I can't score enough points.
Yeah, we're going to sidestep in the hole right here.
Okay.
Sidestep and then move.
This map is so restrictive. I honestly can't believe it's WizKids legal.
Move 1, 2.
Part of me thinks it should probably be banned from WizKids Play.
Why banned?
Because it was like, it's a winner map, so it's kind of like there's only so many out there circulating, right? It's not like a Wakanda like OP kit map that got handed out a ton or whatever. There's only so many prison tier maps. And
blue guy is gonna try to free punch that other walking wood.
Okay, did you just like walk around me and over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much game then.
You got your shape change though.
Got it.
Okay. And then I'll clear the red guy. I mean, I'm coming to try to kill Oz right now, but
okay,
it's kind of the goal. You're protecting your vulture, which is good.
That's time. So, my takeaway from this game is always remember your stat boosts.
Yeah, I mean, it's about it was good. I mean, that was actually a good play opening up with that hole. Not necessarily for the retaliation, but you open up that hole in general, and then that gives you a room. That gives you a way for Vulture to get in that room.
That was my plan, but I didn't realize. Like, I forgot the extra +1 to your range from the gem.
Yeah, but I don't think, because I'm guessing you're perplexing attack and you're perplexing damage with Vulture.
Movement if I need to, but yeah.
Movement, so you're perplexing damage to 3. You're not even going to go, because you're dealing 5. I would take 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you can kill Trader.
Yep.
With the flurry. I mean, you can kill them, but man, you have to hit, and I might be able to prob you out of it.
You do have tons of probs.
It's tough. They're not your prime. They're not what you want to go after. But
no, but the thing is, if I'm here and I remember my perplex, and if I'm here like where I was, and I accounted for your range or remember my perplex.
I was actually more scared of. I don't know if you could have got there. I was more scared of you shooting with Cyclops at Groot if you could have gotten Cyclops to here.
I guess I could have shot through the door.
That was probably actually a more scary scenario for me, because then
how does Cyclops ignore the? I guess you're colossal, yeah.
Yeah, you would have seen over. Well, I had Starro. Remember, so I had Starro like by that Starro's here.
Yeah, I don't think I could have got there.
No, there's when there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, you could have got. I mean, you could have been like here. No, I guess that's 2 blockings. I guess my star was actually in a pretty good spot protecting him.
Yeah.
Or if you could have gone, well, when I came down, if you could have got here.
Yes.
If you could have got right there, that'd have been a little different. Which I think you could have TK'd one of them, and then like you could have even. I mean, you're pretty close to where. Is he where he was?
This map is pretty oppressive for the TK lines, though.
Yeah, you can like TK here and then place here and then sidestep with Vulture, call on Cyclops, and then shoot at Groot. And
Yeah.
the next turn is just, I mean, that's dangerous. I mean, the first turn I should have taken action tokens with all of them in case you did blow up the freaking door with Groot, and then I could just KO all that stuff in there. Like just be like, oh, that's all gone. Because like I try to force you to where you can't flurry and kill 2 retaliators with 1 flurry, because that's where it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Steve asked to start with my car. Where's my car?
Yeah, but good game, bud.
Yeah.
Your team is crazy.
I ride some, so that's I do put all those star fights out there so I can actually like mind control with Starro and not worry about just giving you Starro fights to KO on your end of the map.
No, that was a smart play too.
And then plus it completely fills up. Actually, I was doing wall in the match I did, and then I left 1 square. Like I had it all filled except for 1 square, and then he was able to TK and charge into that 1 square and just freaking wiped out that room.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't have IDs, so he didn't have Cyclops. So I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, why does anyone not have a Cyclops?
Remember, he's got Everett. He's got Everett, Thanos, Groot. Oh, he's got an extra gem. So in case things get slower, he actually has like another gem. I think he gives himself either a time gem so he can get extra range, I believe. What else could I don't I have to ask him. Yeah, he has another time gem. So he has a 3rd gem that he ends up equipping. He doesn't always equip it, but it's also like a game like this, the 3rd gem would be great for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. It's just tough. Tough to like this map is tough. Your team plays really well on this map.
I really only use this map against Astronomer and Vulture.
So we do have one fan question.
Okay.
So Zach Strong asks, first off, what kind of unicorn oil is used to groom that majestic beard?
It's Old Spice.
Ah, smart choice.
I'm an Old Spice guy. I literally buy like the Old Spice packages, like the full body care package. So you get like, it has like beard oil, beard balm. It has deodorant, conditioner, shampoo, and body wash all in one.
Second question, what's your favorite fringe competitive piece in the current metagame?
Wait, say that again?
What's your favorite fringe competitive piece in the current metagame?
I don't know what he means, but are you saying friends or fringe?
Fringe.
I don't know what that means.
Like a piece that's not quite meta yet, but right on the edge. Like could be competitive.
Oh, I guess that's like the new stuff, maybe. Obviously we're looking. I think Beast is going to be one of the most fringe competitives. I think Lobo right now. If I say anything that's like underused, that's really good. I think, and then Dupe.
Yes. I don't know if I would count Dupe as a fringe meta piece, but I agree with Lobo.
Yeah. I think the Batmobile too. I think the Batmobile is dangerous and people don't realize it.
I agree. I was looking at it just the other night.
And I still think we should see a return of Green Arrow, but one One of our like Gotham teams, I think, got really good because they can put Fraser card on there, and I think they should come back without Hawkeye and stuff like that.
Maybe. It's hard to play him off theme, though. You take him to a map like this, he's
No.
almost useless.
You play him on theme, and you play him with Fraser card, who doesn't count against theme.
No, I know, but his themes like have lost a little bit lately, so I don't know if they're that strong.
Well, Gotham City's rough because there's no TK. And but now we have a reality gem, so you can just give somebody a reality gem on the team, and now he's got to put the TK. And Predator card just keeps him, like if you have Predator card that can just keep him clear, so you can just keep attacking. That's pretty gross.
True.
Like no more attack, then wait 2 turns, then attack, then wait 2 turns.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think the biggest thing they need a TK. Like Gotham City needs TK, and I don't think there's a single piece that's Gotham City keyword with TK. I've actually seen some martial artist builds with them that are pretty nasty.
True. That it definitely has some potential. I'm a big fan of the Shredder, Fast Forces Shredder that has the martial artist keyword too. But with that being said, do you have any final thoughts, bud?
Oh yeah, you could have given Power Cosmic before you did your thing.
True.
Vulture's very scary.
Yes. At that point, I had already lost my special movement power, though, so he's pretty useless. Well, not useless, but hard to get in position on this map.
Yeah, when you push Vulture, you actually put him at a one. Like you put him at a one shot where I could have just one. If I would have hit with either of those attacks, I could have one shot. I think the one thing you missed, and I missed too, is like where Oz is right here, and where I attacked from. You could see that square, and you didn't prob it.
No, you're 100% correct.
So like you missed your pro because you're. I mean, it's hard to think of things in that terms. Like there's a lot of line of fire.
Yeah.
And I forgot about it too. I could have placed and then sidestepped back and made it to where you couldn't prob it, which I probably should have done anyways. But that's okay. I mean, that usually I protect myself from a prob, so like normally I probably should have. I think I'll set up something along these lines. And I should have placed the thing, and I probably should have sidestepped and then sidestepped back.
Yeah, that would have done it.
And that actually screws up. That actually puts it to where you can't retaliate me no matter what. I think, even if you blow up a wall.
Yeah.
You're
right.
Have to blow up a wall. I don't know where you'd have to blow up a wall. You'd have to perplex up Cyclops range and blow it up from like over here.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's feasible. But yeah, great game, bud.
This place on both ends, yeah, dude.
That being said, I do want a rematch. We'll stream a rematch at some point in the coming weeks.
You're gonna have to face a different team. I don't like playing the same team multiple times, so I'm already building towards something different.
That's fair.
I might give you my Shield Kobik matchup. I think Shield Kobik is actually should be utilized in the meta, and it's not.
I'll take having that team on stream.
Yeah, it's a fun. I think it's a fun team, and it's underutilized because people. I mean, one thing I like about this team, there's no IDs, so I'm trying to go kind of less on the ID train, if I can. But then that's about to change because we're about to have all these 40-point call-ins, so that's going to be the new hotness.
Mm-hmm. Especially with that team.
But yeah, Shield Kobik's a lot of fun.
Well, we will have you on. What?
Shield Kobik would be fun on this map right here.
Oh, I don't even want to think about it. I'm over this map for tonight.
Dude. You think this map's bad? Wait till you get put on that new rock map that's legal. That somehow got legal a month early.
The temple or whatever?
Oh yeah, that map's nasty. You're gonna hate that map with this team right here that you have. You're gonna hate that map. That is
Lot.
such an anti-Oz map.
First, I don't play this team a lot. Secondly, there we don't see a ton of rock maps in Canada, so
Mm, fair. You might that map actually might be a lot of fun for your X-Men build.
yep. I'm actually thinking of using the Wakanda mount as an anti-tank map with my X-Men build. So
Wakanda is an anti-tank. Just so you can get +2 on all your. Yeah, it's actually because you're mostly close combat, so +2 to your defense from range would be good.
no, that one rotated.
Oh yeah, it did. That was AVD.
Um I don't know what it's actually called. The Black Panther OP kit map.
Yeah, it's Wakanda. The one with the spirits map bonus on it.
Yeah, it has like all the crazy elevations.
Yeah. She wants those maps on paper.
Yes, Emily hates neoprene maps.
I love the. Do I want to take like my favorite WizKids maps and put them on neoprene?
I'm 50-50. They're a pain to. They look good, but they're a pain to transport.
Yeah, if you have a lot of them, they get really heavy. So like if I go to an event, I have like 12 of them on me. It's a lot.
Yeah.
That I can agree with.
All right, buddy. With that, I'm gonna say that's us for tonight. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate your line of fire tutorial you gave us.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was very informative for everybody, and we'll get you on sometime soon.
Sounds great.
Thanks everybody for watching, and have yourself a good night.